Okay, before I start this video, oh, by the way, I work hard to create my hairdo. So in all my videos, you know, my hair is all screwed up. Well, I'm working hard to make it look like that. Anyways, today, I'm going to be showing you the technique that I'm using on these doors. I'll go over it quickly with you now, and then I'll be busy working at this. So let me get this turned around so you can see what I'm doing. All right, I started prepping this door the other day. Hey, Mike Ranger, how's it going, bro? It's been a while. I've only started going live here recently a little bit. This is the doors. I've got more. It's kitchen doors. There's more of them down there. All right, I started prepping. You can see it's smooth. Now this here is paintable. When I paint over this, you'll never see it. Okay, because there's no edging. If you can't feel it when you paint it, you won't see it. Even something like this, if you can't feel the edge of the paint, then you won't be able to see it. Now you may have to make it a little thicker in this area, but if you take your time, you will never see this. There's no edging to feel. All right. Same way with this. There's no edges. I've tapered sand this, and I showed the taper sanding in my last video. All right. And there's the tapered sanding here. All right. It's feathered back, or feathered sanding, should I say, and it's tapered back. That's a feather sand. If you can't feel it, you won't see it. Okay. Smooth. Here's some more feathered sanding. I did this with the palm. I did this by hand. All right. So now here's the rough texture. You can see the roughness in the texture here. All right. And by sanding out the roughness in the texture, you'll have a nice smooth finish. Okay. Here you can see just how rough it is. If I was to paint over this, you would see it. All right. Let's flip this door over. That's the back. Okay. You don't want to do that. No, either. Okay, you can see the texture here that was left in the paint last time it was painted. And if I just paint over this, it's going to be there. Okay. So we're going to sand all that roughness, or just about all of it, out. Okay. And that way when I go to paint, it will be smooth and they'll look about as new as they're going to look. But I want to get rid of the majority of all this texture that you see in here. Okay. So I've already sanded some on this, or it would be worse. All right. Again, that's why. Let's take a look at this again. You can see the texture in here. It's good to have you here, Mike. It's been a while, bro. Your channel's doing well. Okay. And now here you can see some runs. Now on these runs, I'll show you what I'm going to do to remove the runs. All right. I can sand that out, or I can take my trusty chisel, and it's semi-sharp, or should I say semi-dull. Because with the sharp chisel, you cannot go forward or you'll cut into your wood and you'll gouge it. All right. But with the semi-sharp or semi-dull, you can work it back and forth this way. And as you see, this will level, and I'll remove this run completely. All right. And it will be flat and it will be smooth. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at this here in just a second. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Now you can see the build up here. But now let's see how flat this is coming out. See? So it's gone from this heavy run towards smoothing out, and it's just about gone. All right? Remember, if you can't feel it, you won't see it. Now, that requires you to build it up a little bit, so you're going to need more layers, but it won't come through, right? And so I'm going to take this down a little bit more because I can slightly feel this. All right. And I'm also increasing the angle so I can get it taken down. Now, if I was using two hands on this chisel, it would work much faster. But again, with the semi-sharp chisel, this is basically almost dull, all right? As you can see, it's almost dull. Why no use paint remover? Well, it's messy, and it's going to take me too much time cleaning up all of the goop that comes from the paint remover, and that's why. Because I'm going to sand this next, all right? But I'm taking off the heavy so that when I go over it with my sander, it'll sand a lot faster. Okay, if I was going to strip it, these are oak doors. These are solid oak doors here. You can see the oak there. But stripping them down would be really messy and more time consuming. So I hit the heavy areas with this is a 1-inch chisel. And I'm going over the heavy spots with the chisel. Then when I go to sand it, it will be a lot smoother and it'll sand faster. Okay? But if I was going to strip it down to the bare wood, then yes, I would be using stripper, Mike. And good question. Thanks for asking. All right. Now, even like these little imperfections in here. Okay? You see this? You see this? This down here? You know, this will take it off real quick. See? That just takes it right off. Okay, and that'll smooth it right out. You get to clean it, you know, like right here. That right there. All right. I think that was a piece of loose paint. Let me see if I can find something in the paint here. Let's check this door. Here on the front. Okay, here we go. Here we go, right here. All right, you see those little bits of debris that was in the paint from last time it was painted? Right here. Okay, and this chisel just takes it off and smooths it out really quick. All right. See? Just depends on what you're doing, what you're wanting to accomplish. Again, here, stuff in the paint. See? Now, if this was a sharp chisel, I would bring it up at about, maybe a 15-20 degree angle, and then I would pull it back. Because when you pull a sharp chisel back, it won't gouge, it won't dig in. All right, but because this is, like I say, basically almost dull, it's slightly sharp, slightly, allows me to go forward with it. Okay, and I'm just doing this right now for demonstration purposes. So it all depends on what you're wanting to do, how much time you have. Okay, but this works pretty quick if you don't have a great big area or a whole bunch to do. Okay, then it depends on how much time you have to spend too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. Now I'm getting ready to turn on the palm sander and put on my mask and get busy so I won't be able to be in the chat while I sand. We'll have to talk here soon, Mike. It's been a while, bro. I'm wondering how you were doing. So, Team Ranger 92308, check out his channel. He's got some sleep streams and some really cool content. So check out my friend, my brother from another mother, Team Ranger 92308. All right, now, so before I get started, so stay tuned. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. When I get done, I'll check it out, unless my battery dies, but I'll still get back to you. We'll put comments and questions in after the live stream, and I look forward to hearing from anybody with questions, and maybe something that doesn't pertain to painting cabinet doors. How about painting? How about painting tips? How about tiling? How about how to mix thin set, staining, etc. All right, if I can, help you out, give you some questions to some answers you may have to do your job, hit me up. I'm more than happy to do what I can for you. All right, so with no further ado, I'm gonna get my tripod here set up and get this going so I can get busy. But it's good to have you in here, Mike. It's been quite a while, bro. And so, all right, I'm getting ready to... this is not supposed to be in the portrait mode. I didn't realize I'm going to have to change my setup because I did not want to be in this mode. It was not in my plan. Boy. All right. Okay, I'm going to have to get my legs, get some height here going. That's why it's good to be set up ahead of time, because then you're not fooling with your equipment while your video, while you're on. And you don't have all this going on at the same time. All right. All right. Now, maybe we can get this set up. All right. Now. Oh, this doesn't tilt sideways. I don't know what would happen if I videotape this way while I'm in this portrait mode. Let's see, what if I do this, go this route? Maybe. Let's see. Let's get this turned around. Bam. Okay. Again, Mike, it's good to have you here, bro. We'll have to talk here sooner than later. All right. Now, what we're shooting for, I'll show you this up close and personal. All right. I will show you, this has been sanded. All right, and you can see the texture that was left behind from the roller, the stippling it's called. You don't see it. No brush marks. Okay, so this is what we're going for, is sanding that stippling almost completely out. And you'll have a nice smooth surface as the end result, okay? No stippling in this. Now if I flip it over, you can see this is how they started out. You can see the stippling, dirt and debris and some paint from whoever painted these last time, and it's rather rough. So as long as we can get it down to this, when I spray this, it'll look like it was new or just about new, and that's what I'm going for. All right, this is how I'm going to do it. Now, I'm using a 220 grit sandpaper. 220. You could use 320. Depending on what you're doing, you may want to start off with a 120, maybe. But I'm just using a 220. It's a little slower, but it makes it really fine and no scratches. Okay, let's check out this piece. Stippling, gone. Some of it very faint. Okay, now this is dust. I'm going to have to hand sand in this detailing right in here. All right, smooth it out. Again, I'm using 220. Okay. I could probably use a 180 and start with that. That might be just fine. That should be fine as well. All right. There's quite a bit of paint. Quite a bit of paint on these doors. So yeah. So this in here, I'm going to have to palm sand, hand sand a little bit. And I'm going to catch this in here. I can also use my chisel in this area, which I think I'll do, and so you can see it, see what the end results. All right, this is the before the chisel. You can see where this palm sander caught in this area. All right, now let's use the chisel. Now there's the after, okay? And where some of that's coming from is a heavy wood grain, all right, from the oak. But you can see I've smoothed out that just about. See, if I paint this, it'll all blend. All right, that's the after. Now, I was also just noticing, all right, there's a buildup in here from where I just palm sanded it. I don't know how much you can tell. But there's a little buildup here. And I'll take the chisel again to see. Now you can see the buildup. Okay, and I'll take that off right now. Appreciate you being here, Mike. Thank you, brother. My brother from another mother. Now, this is all about making it smooth, okay? It's all about smooth and speed. I can remove more paint with that chisel than I can with the sandpaper. And it will be smooth when I'm done. Here we go. Here. Again, see, it's smooth and it's clean. Now, on these doors, there's more brush marks going on than stippling, all right? Now, there's two products you can use with your water-based paint. One is called Floetrol. That will remove the brush marks that you see here and the stippling that you also seen. There's also a newer product on the market. It's called XIM. That not only will keep the brush marks and remove the stippling from the roller, but will also help to thin your paint all at the same time. Floetrol is designed to add some thickness to your paint, but you can thin it down with some water. You don't want to put any more than 10% water in your paint, or you'll start interfering with the way the paint's designed. So no more than 10% water in your paint, your water-based paint, or you'll interfere with how it was designed and the pigments in there. All right, so XIM paint conditioner will actually help to thin your paint, add to your gloss, and Floetrol will help. That reduces or prevents the brush marks that you see here. All right, this will take less sanding than if it was the stippling from the roller. Alright, now for a once over. Now, right here, that's where my chisel edge caught it and brought it down to the oak, down to the wood. So I'm going to have to kind of feather sand this. As you see, I'm hitting it back here as well as in here, so I can feather it and do this feather sand. It's a feather sand, all it really is a tapered sand, where you're sanding and it's tapered. Goes from the surface down to zero or smooth, so that it gradually fades and you don't see it when you're painting, after it's painted. Now, I'm scraping this while the paint is still warm. Okay. Okay, you can see. All right, that was this one spot, but I've had to open it up a little bit and do this tapered sanding that I'm doing and scraping so that when I paint it, it just blends in, you never see it. Now remember, if you can't feel it, you won't see it when you paint it. It looks good, but I feel a slight edge right here. So I'm trying to take that down a little more. It's kind of high. Right at this point, there's a slight ridge. And I'll have to really build this up pretty heavy if I don't take this ridge down some more. It'll take a lot more coats to blend it in. See, you don't want to gouge like I just did right here. Just gouged it with this corner. I'm getting it just about done. There it is. Ridge is gone. You'll never gouge going backwards unless you dig into one side. Keep it straight and flat, level. You'll never dig in, even with the sharp chisel. You'll never gouge. Okay, I'm going to have to sand this down, smooth it out. It's a little bit rough here where I just chipped this in here. Alright, I'm getting some buildup of paint, which is preventing it from sanding on the edges. All right, so I have to concentrate more in this area. And if you notice, the front of this is chipped out. That way I can get this down into the detailing a little bit better. All right, because we don't have this edge interfering. This is like what you'd consider the front now. All right, you now have a front. This could be cut nice and neat and removed, but it's not. And my chisel isn't totally straight. I need to work my chisel and get it straightened out because this edge is not exactly right. All right, it's touching in the middle, but the centers, outer edges are not touching. All right, time to change the pad. Pull the pad off nice and easy. Preserve the Velcro backing here. Okay. .220. A Norton sandpaper is a much better sandpaper. The only place I've seen it is online anymore. You used to be able to buy Norton sandpaper from the hardware stores, but it's hard to find anymore unless you buy the Norton sandpaper online. Far superior. All right, this is what we're looking for. All right, there we go. There's your feathered tapered sand. All right. Feather sanding. Feel nothing. I'll paint over this, you'll never know it existed. I just needed to change the paper. Now when I'm done sanding, I'll be going over the details with sanding it by hand and catching any high spots with my chisel. You always want to take on the shape of the detailing that you're sanding. For example, just curl it, fold it in half to get your little finger pull here, all right? And go all the way around, obviously. Whether it needs it or not, scuff it up. If it needs to be scuffed up. Now, if I had some carpet padding, I could put carpet padding down on top of this. I can put a blanket, moving blanket or ideal. They're thick, they're heavy, you won't really beat them up. Under a moving blanket, all right? And so just keep that in mind. I will be, when I get done with the face of these, I'll flip them over, but I'll have a moving blanket or something on top of these 2x4s, all right? So that'll be, keep the surface from being scuffed up and messed up. can't take this out with the chisel. You have to be so ultra careful when using a chisel. So careful. I'm breaking some of the rules of using a chisel, but I've been using these chisels for quite some time, many years, and I'm kind of breaking the rules. So remember, you don't want to go forward with the chisel, unless it's like I can say in semi-dull, or dull semi-sharp. Anyways, otherwise you go backward with the chisel, not forward. When you're scraping, you go backwards when you scrape with the chisel. Just depends on the angle and how much material you're wanting to remove and how smooth you want it to be. This is the hinge side of the door. But you still want this edge to look nice, to be nice. Now, if that was a 80 grit sandpaper or coarser, that could really tear your hand up. So you might not want to do that. Stop it with your hand. Yeah, you know, I do these videos, and family, they sometimes they watch them. But, you know, I have a few nephews, and maybe one day they'll be able to see these videos, maybe after I'm gone. And how cool is that? To be able to create memories and be able to put up videos that, you know, your grandchildren or your nephews or whoever, you know, can go back and watch and learn from for years to come. What a deal is that? Something that, you know, not everybody thinks about. But, yeah, I've got like 5 nephews. That's kind of cool. Great nephews on top of that. So some of these things we just don't normally consider, think about when we're doing these videos, you know. So I've mentioned this a time or two, I guess, but not too often. Okay, let's see. All right. Bear with me. All right. I'll be right back. Bear with me. All right. Now, let's get started. All right, now whoever's here, thank you for being here. Now, can you see the stippling? Just a little, looks like little holes in the paint. That's what we want to smooth out here. I'm going to slightly sharpen this bit again, this chisel. Okay, by just doing the back side, you can see the shine. but it also gives you a little better edge, all right? Now, what I'm doing is I'm knocking down the high points, the high parts of the paint where it's stippled, all right, to make it a little better when I go to sand it. All right, now that I've taken off the high spots, you can see all the debris. Okay, and we're back. All right. Now, the debris I was showing you that was removed is for the high spots. All right, now I can sand it. All right. Now, when sanding on this this finger pull, if you sand below the paint, you're going to start sanding into the wood, and you'll be changing it, and it will begin to look ugly. And so you got to be very careful when you're sanding on the finger pull. You don't over sand. I almost got this. I almost have this completely smooth out from the stippling that's left by the roller, because they didn't use a paint conditioner when they painted these doors. That's the problem a lot of people make. They don't know that there's a paint conditioner. They don't even know what it's called. And so what you want to use is a paint conditioner, and it's for slowing down the drying time by about 15-20 minutes, and it will help to flatten and level out your brush marks or your stippling left by the roller, so that your doors have a sprayed finish look when you're rolling or brushing. So you at home can have a professional look even if you're using a paintbrush. It's just knowing what to use. And one of them is called Floetrol. There's another one, it's XIM, and XIM is a paint conditioner retarder. It slows the paint down from drying. It will also help improve the finish, the look of the finish, the gloss. And it'll also thin down the paint some. Now, Floetrol will not thin the paint down. And it will actually add a little thickness to it. And you can use a little, no more than 10% water to thin your paint. Your water-based paint. No more than 10% water. This is Home Improvement Tips. My channel handle is Home Improvement Tips How. That's my channel handle now, is Home Improvement How. My channel name is Home Improvement Tips. All right, I have some 120 that I am going to use at this juncture, at this point. Okay, so let's get this 120, I mean this 150, not 20, this 150 grit. All right. And now, all right, let's get over here where you'll be able to see. Let's rotate this down too much. That's better. And let me get set up here. Now for the detailed sanding. All right. Now I hope that this doesn't, the setting doesn't interfere with the videotaping. All right. Okay, you fold this in a square so you can sand it. You have one side, two sides, three sides, four separate sides. Okay. Now you want to take on the contour of each detail. Okay. When you have a rough spot, you want to go in one direction to smooth it out and help remove it. This has nothing to do with wood grain. It has everything to do with the paint area right here. And now I've got that down. Now I'm going to work this. Okay. That's better. A little more. There we go. This just comes with experience. Knowing what you got to do where, based on how it's looking and how it's feeling. Okay. Okay, this is feeling pretty good. Looking pretty good. Like what I'm feeling right there. It's feeling pretty good. Take a look at it now. Nice. Okay. I will be going over this with the 220 as I'm finished now for the detail here. You need to catch this section here separately. It's a different angle, different plane. Because this detailing kind of has a slight curve to it, okay? So, got to catch this section here. You can put this all in there at one time. It's going to take on the whole shape as well. Got to isolate your sanding. You get each section to itself, okay, separately. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good too. All right, pitch the whole thing. Now let's get it. here. Okay, like that. This here. I say, take the time to do it right. You'll be glad you did. You won't go wrong. It's worth it. You can feel good about it when you're all finished. If you're working for someone, they'll be happy with your work. They'll recommend you. And you'll be known for your work, the quality. This is real important that you take the time to do it right. This is home improvement tips. And my channel handle is Home Improvement How. That's home, that's @ Home Improvement How is my handle. I have videos showing you the technique for using a paintbrush when getting into a corner, like between a wall and the ceiling, or in a corner of two different colored walls. Techniques for that, painting around rocks or whatever it is you may encounter, painting around it. Understanding how to use your brush. All right. Now, as I always say, never give up because there's always a way, always. Okay. And that's true. There's always a way. You may not know what that way is, but you can watch a YouTube video. You can buy a book. You can go to the library and get a book or books. You can go to Barnes and Nobles and look through their books. You can go to the pro desk at the big box stores and hopefully somebody there. In some cases, they, the right person will know exactly and won't mind telling you and giving you that information. So there's always a way. If you don't have enough experience to figure it out, or you just have never encountered anything like you're dealing with, and you're stumped. That happens to us all. We all get stumped. I used to work for a guy. When he'd get stumped, he'd go ask a few different guys on the job how they would handle it, what they would do, how would they approach. And he would take the accumulated information and usually would be able to figure it out. And he's a smart guy. He would say, well, there's a will, there's a way. And that's why, and my dad would say, where there's a will, there's a way. So I say, never give up, because there's always a way, always. But that's old school term, old school terminology. Where there's a will, there's a way. And there is. And it's old school terminology because our fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers figured it out, regardless of what they were trying to accomplish, had limited tools, limited technology. They were able to do just about anything they needed to do because there was a way. You just had to be willing to figure it out or get some help to figure it out. So, where there's a will, there's a way. So don't give up, because there's always a way. Sometimes you just need to stop and think about it for a little bit, a day, a few hours, whatever it takes. Lots of information today to do what you need to do. If you can't read, there's videos, you know, so it's even easier. If you notice, I paid just as much time and attention to the back side where the hinges are as I do for the front and the ends. You know what kind of work a person does if they care about the unseen, or what you don't see too often. That's rarely seen. If they do a good job on what's rarely seen, you know they're going to do a good job on what is seen, and everything they do is going to be good. That's what you know when a person cares enough to take the unseen and make it as nice as possible. Like back here by the hinges, for example. Or wherever it might be, the back side of the house, under the staircase, wherever it may be. Care about it just the same as if it was seen. Someone's going to see it. And if you do that, you're going to put out quality work. You're going to raise the bar, raise the standards. And you'll be the guy working when no one else is. Or just about the majority of the trade isn't. You will be. Because people want good work. This is the inside of the cabinet, inside door, the part you don't really pay attention to. But I'm sanding it as if it was on the outside. I want it to be nice. You look at this door when you open it up, I want it to look new. I want it to look nice, pristine as possible. Not perfect. Almost perfect. As perfect as possible. All right, well, I'm running out of daylight. And it's time to call it a day for today. I'll have to do an update on this video. I appreciate all those that have been here that stopped in and showed that support and interest. And if you ever have any questions, whoever you may be, ask me. If I can help you out, if I can help you figure out something you're struggling with or trying to figure out, let me know. If I know it, if I can help you, I'll definitely do that. That's why I started this channel. That was my motivating factor that started this. Why I started this channel. All right. Well, this is home improvement tips, aka Easy 2 tips and tricks. And I look forward to hear from you. So, God bless, take care, never give up, because there's always a way, always. So it's a win-win-win. Tell a friend. Now I have more videos on how to paint, how to cut in using a brush, your brush to work for you, not against you. Shows you these tips and tricks, how to use a roller professionally, how to cut in. Check out my playlists on tiling, on mixing thin set, etc. Staining, painting, tiling, and much, much more. All right. Bye for now. I look forward to hear from you. Let me know what you think. God bless. Bye.